Holly Cotton here, and today I am joined with the William Robinson Smith, aka King William, aka Will, because he told me don't call him by all of his government names. So I love it. I love it. And so we are here, and Will is actually going to talk to us about his feature movie, The Ramen, and also tell us about all of the roles that he has, which include writing, directing, editing, and of course, acting as well. So it's so nice to meet you, Will.
Pleasure is all mine, Holly. Thank you for having me on this show.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your story. Hopefully, we can inspire some other people as well. So, before we get into all of the great things about the movie and we go into some of the challenges that you had, all of that stuff that I want to make sure that we kind of share with other people, let's talk about Will's story because what ignited in you at what point in life where you were like, you know what? I think I want to be an actor, but I think I want to also direct, and I think I also want to write, and I think I the list is endless. So, can you give us a little bit of insight into how you even found that this was your passion?
Well, thank you, Holly, for asking because I love to inspire. It started off actually. It's a funny story because the way I fell in love with filmmaking, I don't think anybody has can say this. But anyway, the way I fell in love with filmmaking and I decided this is what I wanted to do was when I saw the behind the scenes of The Lion King. Actually, first I saw that
One
before.
of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I saw the behind the scenes of The Lion King before I actually saw the movie. And what really intrigued me was these gentlemen, like these, and there was none but old white gentlemen in the room, and they all had storyboards all over the wall, and they were just in there talking about the film, how are they going to do it, for as far as the music, who the actors they're going to put in there, to where did they get their inspiration? Like they actually went to Africa and took pictures of the scenery and brought it back to the studio, draw pictures. So it was like, damn, they really did all that. And I saw it when I was only 5 years old. So I was able to comprehend and understood what the process was to make this kind of masterpiece, this picture. And ever since then, I was hooked. Like my mom would ask me, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" I was like, "I want to be a filmmaker." Mom, that's what I'm going to do. So, but funny story, you just don't kind of land in that type of field. It just you have to go after it, or you're born in it. To be honest, like your parents were actors or directors and whatnot. But so in doing so, I went to. At first, I started to go to the Art Institute, but their program wasn't really up to par as far as really understanding the matrix and the technicality of being a filmmaker. So I ventured off and went to LA Film School, and that's really where I learned how to be a filmmaker because it takes a lot. It's a lot of technical in the balance, and a lot of hard work. So, but yeah, that's how it started.
So, just can you kind of sidebar about filmmaker and can you give us I know, so for me, I'm not in that world. One, I'm a nurse, and two, I'm a media personality. Neither of those has anything to do with filmmaking.
Well,
So,
okay, yeah, I say I'm a filmmaker because I'm all around. Like most people be like I'm a director, or they'll be like I'm a writer because that's what they do. But me, I am what you call like a guru of film, and I can do it all. And it took me until my late 20s to decide to actually go full throttle on acting because I didn't really want to do it at first. I kind of just wanted to be behind the scenes, be the genius behind the camera. But there are countless times where I would film, like I would film. I did a few short films that are on IMDb. It's called Cross Addiction, Trigger Happy, and Headache. And during those films, I had actors. I had even the actors would come up to me. The people that would just be watching on set would come up to me and be like, "Yo, why are you not in this film? Like your personality." dope, man. Like you need to do this. Like who you filming ain't even that interesting. And I would get that a lot, and like, and it would be kind of like it would be annoying to me where it's just like, what? Why am I not going hard and pursuing what I'm naturally good at? So it's a privilege to be able to be creative like that. So to not use it, it's a sin. And I kind of felt that way for some time where I wasn't using my gifts appropriately. So I had to really just, get over myself and pursue what I wanted to pursue since I was a child. Which,
Okay.
huh, go ahead. I'm
Well, that's why I was asking you to kind of define what that was, because some people who aren't in that world may not understand. So, filmmaker means that you basically include all of those things that are required to make a film.
Yes, pretty
Got it.
much.
Okay. All right. So, I know you said that you have other projects that you've done before we talk about the ramen, because we promoting that one right now. But so tell me the story of how it was to actually, like you said, direct, edit, write. The first thing that you have that's under your name where you're like, holy crap, that's my baby right there. What was it? And tell us the steps that you actually implemented to get
Whew,
that.
the journey. So the journey started, like I said, this. I'm glad you asked that because when I made the ramen, that's when I decided, all right, you're going to have to act, you're going to have to direct, you're going to write it, you're going to edit, you're going to produce it. Because if you keep waiting on everybody, time is going to pass. You got to do it, bro. And I just was like, all right, cool. So after I had that talk with myself, I went into like at least it took me, I would say, 3 months to write the ramen. I was going back and forth with my mentor, Chris G's. He helped me, cue some things in there, and then a few, I think, yeah, Chris G's and then Shannon. Shannon helped me, or just get it to perfection. And then after I got done writing it, I met this lady called Lily Camacho, and I told her my idea, and I was like, "Yo, I'm trying to make this film," and then she was like, "You know what? I just she's like, she just came into some money. I would love to invest." And I was like, "Cool. All I really need is 20,000 to make it work." And she did that, and then once we got the funding, we started filming, and that took at least, I would say, filming took at least 2 weeks. But we kind of spread it out. It wasn't just like 2 weeks straight. It was a few. But yeah, it took about a 2 week stretch, and then I had an assistant editor where she organized the clips for me, and then after she organized the clips, I edited the film, and it took me at least, I would say, about 6 months to edit that to perfection because you're looking at yourself, you're looking at the other actors, you're like, oh, I want it to be perfect down to the T. So man, I really was looking at that film like a tooth and nail every time. And but I think the team and I we did a good job because yeah, I had a mix and master, color correction. They all did a good job on that. The movie sounds good, it looks good. So then after that, it's like, oh, but mind you, while I'm doing this, I'm speaking everything into existence. This is everything. I'm like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. Next step, next step, next step. So after that, while I'm editing, I'm like, all right, where am I gonna put this film out? I need distribution. So I go holla at my compadre, uh, Michael Royal, which he done 7th and Westlake. I did cinematography for that. That was his first feature he did. It's on Amazon Prime and also Tubi as well. And he basically plugged me in with a distributor for Tubi. And when we met up, had lunch and everything. The distributor paid for the lunch, which was great. We ate at this really nice, fancy Chinese restaurant. His name is Curtis Boss, and yeah, he's I showed him the movie, and he was like, "Yo, this is dope. This is gonna do very well. I'm gonna get you a placement." And boom. So while I'm done, as soon as I really get done editing the ramen, my movie is already going into a network where I can show it, where it's a platform. So that happened, and now here we are. So
Right. Now here you are with Holly Cotton. Who'd have thunk it?
in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, speak it into existence, believe it, and just execute it. Faith without works is dead, as you already know. My believers out there, and yeah, pretty much. I literally did that off a strain of talent, hard work, dedication, and faith.
And I love that, and so I'm a big person. Actually, my second book is about goals, so I'm super goal oriented. I have the same thought process. Like as soon as I say something, there's no choice but for it to happen. And I had something on my goals for this year, and I kept so I went to New York City in December for Christmas, and I told my daughter, I was like, I'm not coming back until I have a billboard in Times Square. Like that's just it. There's nothing. It's so then when I wrote my most recent book, we had promo and I had a billboard in Times Square. And I remember being there at midnight when it flicked up on the digital billboard, and I about passed out because I was like, wow, because for so long you manifest something, you know it's going to happen, and then to see it actually there, it's just, I mean, it's surreal. So when you first, like you said, you put all of your work into this, you put all your effort, you were like, there's no choice but for this to be successful. So when you first saw your movie actually on a TV screen, or on the movie screen, whenever you saw everything that you had willed into that space actually pop up and your name was on there, rewind and give us how that made you feel.
Man, I actually woke up to it because Lily actually texted me and was like, "Yo, have you seen this?" And I'm like, "Seen what?" I clicked the link and she sent me a link, and then it goes to Tubi. I'm like, and I'm just waking up, wiping the eye boogers out my eyes. Okay, so I'm looking and I'm like, "Yo, it's." I'm like, hold on, am I really, am I up? Is this a dream? Like, no way, this is really happening. Like, yo, I'm looking at my phone and it's there. It's on the platform because before that even happened, it was a long stretch. I don't like it took a while for it to get on Tubi. It was supposed to be on Tubi like last year, so last holiday actually. So it took until September 22nd for it to finally launch. So it was a long wait. We were having our doubts. We were in irony. We were like, "Is it gonna come out?" Like, because all my actors and all the cast and crew were like, "Yo, you said it will come out, you know?" And I'm like, now I'm looking like a liar, and I'm like, "No, it's not my fault. I don't control Tubi because Fox bought Tubi now, so there's a whole different system of how they launch movies." But yeah. So, but yes, that was I had an out of body experience. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was wonderful because it was like finally after all of that hard work and suffering. Like,
Yes, it's like those Christmas movies where the kid touches Santa and they're like, "Oh my God, you do exist."
yeah, so it was great. It was great. Like no one can ever take that away at all. 'Cause
That part.
but now we waiting for to see what happens.
Right, right. So then let's go into that, the ramen. So you guys know anyway, well, so I'm really funny as a personality, but it's so hard to impress me for a comedy movie.
Impressed. I can't
I
wait
know.
to watch this. Then, like, you're gonna do
I
it.
know. That's what I said. I said, oh, I don't know why. Maybe because I have such a jovial spirit. So when something is supposed to be funny, I'm always like, interesting. So, So give us the plot of the ramen. So I want to know the plot and I want to know how you came up with it because it's actually a very unique story. So did you have a dream? Did you do, like how did you come up with the idea and then also tell us what the movie is about?
Okay, so I'll tell you what the movie is about, then I'll tell you how I came up with
Okay.
it. Okay, so the movie is about Sweet Tooth Tony, and he steals $1 million worth of ramen noodles in Los Angeles. And Detective Duncan, more, and his rookie partner Steven is hot on the case to retrieve the ramen noodles. And how I came up with the idea for it was actually I Googled it. I was like, what is the dumbest crimes people actually committed? And this is actually a true story. Someone actually has stolen $1 million worth of ramen noodles in Los Angeles. True story. It's not really that far fetched. I know it sounds bizarre, but the reason why I wanted it to keep it original like that was because it's like, for one, it does sound like a movie. Like, bro, you gotta make a movie about this. Like, steals $1 million worth of ramen noodles, and I wanted to keep it original, fresh, where it's like this actually happened. Like, this isn't like something you just make believe. Like, nah, this Google it. And not only that, um, there's yeah, that's pretty much why I wanted to do it. Oh, I know why. I almost forgot. The main reason why I made the ramen is a funny story actually. It was because I was so fed up of how everybody got all sensitive with this whole pandemic. So the ramen is a little raw for those pandemic people. Not only that, and this is actually true story. This I did the ramen out of spite because I did this film. I won't mention it because it was a horrible film of how they did it. But the female named Nikki, she was director for this film, and I told her, please don't put out this film without me editing it. And it's like, everybody on the team knows I'm a phenomenal editor, so it's like, why not give it to them? So they didn't do that, and they turned it in, and now it's on a platform. I won't say what. I won't give you no information about this film, but I after I seen it, I was like, bro. I watched the film. I called her. I was like, why would you do that? That wasn't a good look for either of us. Wasn't a good look for you. Wasn't a good look for me. Wasn't a good look for nobody on the team. So out of spite, I made the ramen to show her this is how it's supposed to be done, and that inflicted the fire in me of like all those conversations I used to have with other people, like, oh man, you should be in front of the camera, or you have a great personality. And it was like, all right, it's time. I can't take it anymore. I must break free. So yeah, that movie is straight out of spite. Which
Okay, well, I'm not gonna put that when I put make our promo clip. I'm gonna keep the positive part at the front of it, the beginning of the answer. We're gonna use that. That was more motivational. Hey, but I'll tell you this, sometimes I've said it numerous times, sometimes hurt feelings motivate you so much.
yeah,
You get your feelings hurt, boy, whether it be a breakup, a rejection, whatever it is,
but it wasn't
you get your
feelings. It was more of my image of how I'm trying to present.
well, no, I'm just saying what I mean, and not even necessarily hurt, but I guess I mean like you thought something was going to happen and it didn't happen, or it didn't happen the way that you wanted it to happen, and it just motivates you. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna show bet we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right this time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Straight up.
And is that a poster above your head? Is that the ramen right there?
Yes, it is. Hold on.
That's the official poster. Hmm.
Official poster you will see when you watch the film. You check it out on Tubi. Boom. I can't go no higher. Sorry.
That's okay. We see it. We see it. Okay, just so they know what to look. Because I'll be honest. When I'm on Tubi or any streaming platform, a lot of times I may not even read the words. I just look at the cover of whatever it is. As they're sliding. So now you guys have a visual, so you know what it looks like. Uh, yes. And so let me ask you this, Will, because I know you talked about making it happen. You talked about the motivation behind it happening, but okay, there it is. All right. Got it. and I'll post it for you guys as well so you can see it. And so whenever you were going through the whole process, we always talk about the success and we always love to talk about how it comes out at the end. But a lot of people don't talk about the challenges or they're not transparent about the challenges. So I know you had to have challenges to achieve this. And for someone who doesn't know anything about filmmaking and they have the same vision as you, what advice would you give them about some of the challenges that you had?
So while making the ramen, we had a few bumps where, I mean, just to be real with you guys, I mean, we had somebody in the crew. I won't mention them by name, but we had somebody in the crew that was kind of disrupting the process of it. So once we let him go, it started to flow way more naturally, and the chemistry was working. So we had to have a bump in the road when it came to production on set. And then after, one of the editors kind of messed up the footage of the ramen where I had to like fix it. I don't know what they did, but and also not only that, they deleted a scene off of the movie, and so that was a bit of a trial and tribulation, but we got through, made some changes with the clips and where you couldn't even tell. So that was a bit of a hurdle as well. Just Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it'll go wrong. So there was another one on set where the battery on the camera was like left on all day, while we were like on lunch and moving to another location. So that was another hiccup. And the reason why it was a hiccup, it was because we only had that location for a specific amount of time. So it was crucial that we got that shot. But luckily, we had another camera, so we made it work. And yeah, so it was just like little things here and there, and that's it's going to happen when you're on set. Like stuff is going to come up, and that's the thing about being a director, is being able to push through and be able to solve those problems and have that critical thinking moment and be like, all right, this is what we're going to do, guys, and be able to command your team and lead by example. So it was challenging because I had all the hats. I was like the main actor, the director, producer, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot to take on at the time, but we got it done. So you know, but it's not for the weak.
Right, I can imagine. I can imagine. So, what that sort of made my thought process go in a different direction for this question.
Excuse me.
When you make your first movie, it's kind of like when you have a path in life and say you're working a regular job and then you try to sort of detour and do something else, and then people are looking at you, but why are you trying to do this, because that was working for you, so why are you trying to go in this direction? So I wanted to ask you, obviously the first time you decided that you were going to edit, direct, do all of that, your friends, close associates, everyone was kind of probably like not doubting you, but they were like, oh, okay, all right, he's doing it. And then now that you have the ramen, like you said, everything, you're on Tubi, you're streaming, you're doing all of these things, it's successful. So, did you find that when you started this path that people doubted you, or do you think that they believed in what you were doing and they knew that, hey, this is Will, he's the one that's going to make it happen?
It's a very good question. Um, well, to be fair, my family supported me. Well, mainly my grandma supported me more than anybody in my family, because I told my grandma came and visited me uh, while I was in transition at the moment, and she just came and visited me, and she was like, "Yo, son, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to be?" And I told her, I was like, "Grandma, I want to be a filmmaker. Like, I want to do film. I want to make movies. So she gave me a $10,000 loan. I mean, not loan, but investment, to purchase my own equipment and start doing my thing. And ever since then, that's all she wrote, because that's all I needed to be able to. Because after I graduated high school, after I graduated college, I didn't have the thing about being a filmmaker and having your own, like, see, the thing is, I have my own studio, Cool Like That Studio, and you have to have your own equipment. Otherwise, you're kind of digging yourself in the hole, renting out from other places. So once I was able to get my own equipment, and I was able to go full throttle in that company, and that's why it is what it is today. So, yeah.
And do you feel like you have the support of everyone now? Do people believe in what you're doing now?
um, you're right. I didn't even really kind of answer that question. uh,
It's okay. Hey, we love grandma. Thank you.
yeah,
Love you, grandma.
yeah. Grandma was the only one that really supported.
You the real one. You the real one.
Everybody else kind of was just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what you want to do. All kudos to you. But I didn't think they would really see that I would get this far. Because I've been in the game for a decades, and nothing's really popped until now. So it's like, I mean, from looking at it from the outside in, you would think it would be overnight success. It's like, no. I've been doing filmmaking for 10 years plus. I've been putting in my 10,000 hours. Like, I know what I'm doing at this point. So this is why, like, I'm confident enough to make a movie. But as far as my peers, no, I don't think they, yeah, no. I'm sorry to say. There was no support on that era. I got more support from strangers, like people that didn't really know me, that to really be like, "Yo, you're dope. Pursue this," or go here and get this connection. Where my close peers, no, they would never give me that love or support. But that's okay, because you never really do get that love and support when you're people close to, because it's like you don't want to, which is the Willie Lynch theory, which is sad. But especially in our community, black folks, you never want to see someone else do better. I don't know why, but it's like, nah. The way I look at it is like, if he wins, I win, because that's another successful black man or black woman that's getting ahead of the game. And of course, once you get to that level, you're gonna help whoever helped you, and whoever's genuine. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna get received. So it's like, go sister, or go brother, go. In my energy, what I put out. But sadly, you don't usually get that kind of love back. And it's crazy, because since I put the movie out, man, I've been getting kind of, like, I've been getting mad love. Don't get it twisted. I've been getting mad love from, like, it's crazy. One of my friends, and one of the what do you mean, cast members that was in the ramen, called me to this morning, early in the morning, like, bro, like, gave me the coolest congratulations, like, just lifting me up as a brother should. And so don't get it twisted. I've been getting mad love, but I've been also getting hate. You can just tell, like, you can just tell. But we don't really pay attention to that. We focus on the good energy that I receive and that I keep receiving. So that's just what it is.
Well, I understand what you're saying also, and I kind of had sort of a similar experience as well, because what I tell people, that my family or my friends or whatever, is I always say, colleagues, whatever, I always say that the whole point of life is to constantly rewrite your goals every week. It's okay if you want to do something different, find which until you find what you want to do and you love. And the problem is that a lot of people get so fixated on who you were, they don't allow you to be who you are. and they're just like, oh, but this is no, but you know, this is what you did, or this is who you are, or this is how it is. And so when you're trying to reinvent yourself to say, no, this is what I want to do now, this is my passion, this is where I'm supposed to be, it's like they just keep trying to pull you back. So now you have to find people that are where you are or where you want to be, and you have to cut those off. So I totally understand. And sometimes it's sad because it's your family or it's your close friends, and you want them to be so happy for you and what you're doing, but they don't understand because they're who you were, and they're not going to where you're supposed to be. So I totally get it. I totally get it. Well, we here, same. But guess what? They ain't stopping nothing because these trains is going till the wheels fall off. So,
Exactly. It's like, yeah, I still wanna do good by my family. I still wanna,
mhm.
just bless people, you know.
You just got to leave them in a different category. Like it's who you were, not where you're going. So it's that's we love it. We love it. Okay. So last question. Tell us how we can find your movies, how we can find you, all of that stuff. Go ahead, drop everything that you have, all your mama, your grandma, whatever. Go ahead, throw everything out right now so people can find you and everything that you're doing so they can support you.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to thank you guys for taking the time even to listen. I hope I inspired you to pursue your dreams as well. And you can find me at www.coollikethatstudios.com. That's the website to the company. My Instagram is filmmaker, and it's also Cool Like That Studios. And you can catch the Ramen, the movie. The Ramen is on Tubi, streaming, and it's free. You don't have to pay for a subscription to watch the film. So you can just download it. It's easy peasy. You can download on your phone, tablet, smart TV, and boom, just type in the Ramen, and there it is.
Okay, I love it. And I will also have all of that information in the podcast notes and also in the caption because he didn't spell not one word. He just said a whole bunch of letters and everything. So I will break it down for the people that are driving or a little bit slow with catching.
COOL, cool like that. That is DAT. Got to keep it urban. Gotta keep it urban. But everything else is cool. COOL, like DAT Studios.
Okay. I'm from Louisiana and I'm a Saints fan, so we're who dats. So, I got to make sure, is it a DAT or is it a THAT? I need you to differentiate.
Yeah, it's a DAT. Definitely.
Ooh,
That.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Will, for sharing your story, inspiring other people. Do you have any final words, anything that you want to leave with any listeners?
Um, I'll leave you with this. The weak shall perish, the strong shall survive, and the wise will rule over all. I'm King William, and you guys stay cool like that.
I love it. I love it. All right. That is King William. Thank you.